Tank is done. Tank is hung him up, shoes off, get the bag, put a plaque up. He done. Tank is done. Period.
When you say done, you mean like not fighting anymore?
Tank is checked out mentally. Tank is gone mentally. Tank looking for the big bag, of Jake Paul, Pacquiao, something solar, and he's looking to, hey, I'll see you later. Tank is standing. He's not gonna fight Shakur Stevenson at all. At all. I don't care how much money Turkey offer, give him 4 Lamborghinis, whatever. Tank ain't taking that fight.
The whole boxing community is holding its breath at this very moment, and everyone keeps asking the exact same frightening question. Is this truly the end for Gervonta "Tank" Davis? A fighter who was once hailed as boxing's future. The hand-picked successor to Floyd Mayweather's legacy, the electrifying knockout artist who packed arenas and shattered pay-per-view milestones.
I'm gonna do like this for y'all. Since y'all think it ain't no love over here. I'm gonna put the quiet on here.
You know what I'm saying?
How did y'all meet? How did y'all meet?
Hold on. Okay. I want to say something too.
Yeah.
A lot of people, they want me and this,
Yeah.
me and this dude
Let's
to
get this
be,
clear.
to be in beef. They want us to be, you know what I'm saying, going at it on Twitter because we young, you know what I'm saying? We some flashy, light-skinned dudes, you know what I'm saying? We getting a lot of money and we doing some big things, and it's only the sky's the limit for both of us, all 3 of us, for real. So, you know, they want us to be, but you know what I'm saying? We gonna keep on winning, keep on getting money, and keep doing what we supposed to.
And ain't no way that's gonna happen with an OG in this corner and I'm OG in this corner here. And never in the future. It ain't gonna never happen. It's business.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
How did y'all meet?
We got some greatness around here.
How did y'all meet?
Devin was fired. How old you was? Young, yeah. But I already knew about Devin a long time ago because he was in the amateurs. You know what I mean? Beating everybody up and shit like that. Now he turned pro. You know what I mean?
If y'all played it right, it's a 9-figure fight, though. Y'all play this shit right.
Dude, here you go. Here you
I'm
go.
being
with
100.
that boy.
100 with y'all. I want y'all to make money.
Kimbo Slice.
Say it again.
Fasten your seatbelt, because this story only gets worse. Let's dive into it. For many years, Gervonta Davis built a reputation as boxing's most devastating knockout force. A fighter capable of putting any opponent to sleep between 130 and 135 pounds. Every punch looked like a
I must say this, the most exciting fighter that's acting and fighting in boxing right now is Gervonta "Tank" Davis. When Gervonta "Tank" Davis go out there and fight, he reminds me of Pretty Boy Floyd. Because Pretty Boy Floyd, you couldn't go get no popcorn. You couldn't go get no soda. You couldn't go get no candy. You don't want to miss nothing.
finishing blow. Every appearance felt like a monumental occasion. Supporters compared him with a prime Mike Tyson. Floyd Mayweather personally described him as the face of boxing. And Tank. He absolutely loved being viewed as the most feared competitor in the entire lightweight division. But now, that intimidating aura has completely disappeared. That intensity, that determination, that ruthless killer instinct, it simply cannot be seen anywhere anymore.
Law, the right decision was made. It's just that it's a damn shame that he gets to lean on the letter of the law, and the state of Nevada and the parole committee had to lean on the letter of the law because he's somebody that I believe doesn't only deserve to be in jail, he deserved to be under the jail.
Instead of headlines promoting his next blockbuster showdown, we're seeing headlines about yet another arrest, another courtroom appearance, another controversy. Another heartbreaking reminder why fans believe boxing isn't even his.
Welcome back. Champion boxer Gervonta "Tank" Davis out of jail tonight. The famous South Florida fighter bonded out less than an hour ago.
Now he's accused of assaulting his ex-girlfriend in front of their children. CBS News Miami's Trish Christakis is live at the jail in West Miami-Dade with details on the allegations against him.
Top priority anymore. And let's address the biggest issue in the room. Right when Tank needed complete focus to rescue his career, he became involved in yet another troubling domestic violence investigation. Reports quickly surfaced describing an incident so disturbing it shook his entire fanbase and reinforced the growing belief that Tank simply cannot manage his personal life outside the boxing ring.
Tank Davis, you know, he got arrested. I mean, any thoughts on that one?
You did, huh? Again?
Yeah, again.
You know, I mean, hey, look, I actually like Tank Davis. He's a good, you know, he's a good kid. He's a good fighter, a great fighter, actually. He's one of my favorites. Yeah, just get your... That's it, you know, basically. Just shit, you don't hit women, man.
And here's the unbelievable part. This wasn't even his first experience. His history is filled with arrests and legal accusations, street confrontations, hit-and-run allegations, and everything.
Man, I just want to say to
let the people know that this judge is crazy, bro. This judge is, she locked me up because basically I bought a property. I did everything in my power to listen to my lawyers.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
To the home detention people. I listened to everybody to the T. She's mad that I bought a property. That's why I'm sitting in jail. She said that I shouldn't have. She wanted me to be in an apartment, a one-bed apartment. You know what I mean? And I couldn't even, you know what I mean, take that. You know what I mean? She wanted me to stay in a one-bed apartment, couldn't have my kids and nothing to come visit me and things like that. I just want to spread light on this situation because as though she's taking advantage of me. She could.
You have 30 seconds remaining.
And she's doing stuff that's not right to me. I feel as though I don't know if she's a bad judge or not, but the things that she's doing right now is not right. You know what I mean? I feel as though I need to shed light on this situation.
And the Lamont Roach fight finally arrived. This was supposed to become Tank's unforgettable comeback performance. He was expected to overwhelm Roach, silence every single critic, and remind the entire world why he remained that guy. Instead, everyone witnessed the unimaginable. For the very first time, Tank appeared vulnerable, sluggish, drained, and completely disconnected. Roach, the overwhelming underdog, entered fully prepared and made Tank appear surprisingly average. Fans.
Can you describe what the feeling was like in the ring? And was it to get the towel out, to get the burn out of your eyes, or what was going on? And
I didn't want to get caught. I didn't want to get caught while my eyes was burning, and you know, like you can get knocked out like that. So I'd rather take the knee than But I didn't really know that you can like get disqualified for all that, or like when you start counting, I'm like, what the hell? But I don't know. It's cool.
Everywhere were stunned when Tank was forced down to one knee, a moment that spread across the internet within only a few minutes. That wasn't the Tank fans remembered. The feared knockout champion, the nightmare of the lightweight division. That was a boxer who appeared completely shattered. The contest officially finished as a majority draw, but let's be completely honest, it felt exactly like a crushing defeat. Roach walked away from that ring with his reputation soaring, while Tank departed looking totally exposed. Just like that, his place disappeared from every pound-for-pound conversation. Just like that, supporters stopped demanding Tank against Shakur or Tank against Haney. Instead, they began demanding something entirely.
This is my opinion. Sure. It was a great fight. It was a close fight. Depending on what they do with that decision of taking the knee, depending if the commission reverses the decision, or I think the draw was meant to be. So I like the draw. No, if you take the knee, man, if you take the knee in the 90s or in 2000, you're taking the point off. That's the bottom line. You're taking the point off. I don't know what happened with the referee. Maybe he was a little starstruck. Maybe he was a little, because he loves Tank. He loves New York. He loves the big lights. The referee with the eyes, he's like, a point should be deducted if you take a knee. It's a fact. It's in the rule book, right? The fact that they didn't take it away, then that's where the controversy is, right? It's not, look, did Gervonta get hit? Was he dazed? Who knows? Only he knows. But what I saw, when you take a knee, that's an automatic point. That's just the rule. This is not basketball. This is not, this is not basketball where, wait, hold on, my ankle hurts. Hold on, let me take a timeout. You don't take timeouts in boxing. It just doesn't happen. Whether he had something in his eye or not, you have to fight. There's 3 minutes to fight. So if you take a knee, if you go to your corner, the rules are the rules. And I don't know what New York is gonna settle on, but the rules are the rules.
And do you realize what made this situation 1,000 times more severe? Instead of insisting on a rematch with Roach to prove that the draw was merely an accident, Tank has been avoiding the concept entirely. He wants nothing to do with that heat. Deep down, he recognizes a second encounter with Roach could finish even worse, and his whole reputation would be permanently shattered. And that is the specific moment the fans truly woke up and understood.
Well, first off, the rematch, yes, it don't look like it's happening. That's just to, put it out there and be transparent with everyone, because that's the only question I get 10 times a day, maybe even more. So, that's what it is, and that's what it's looking like. Again, we still haven't heard from his camp, like specifically when it comes to the business. So, it is what it is. As far as my future, man, we moving on. We can't just sit around and drag our feet. But there has been some recent news that his charges got dismissed in Florida.
Well, that's good news. But does that open up the possibility for talks to reopen, Champ, or are you gonna move on for the time being and maybe revisit this later? What's the general feeling with you and your camp?
I mean, like I said, we're not going to sit and wait. I think their best bet is to, try to structure something. If not, we're gonna move forward. We don't have time to be. It's not like we're the cash cow. You know what I'm saying?
But do you think he even wants to fight you?
Honestly, no.
This brings us directly to the most staggering and unbelievable portion of this entire narrative. Tank is currently chasing Jake Paul, a social media influencer, a man who constructed his entire fighting career by defeating retired MMA veterans and famous names, not elite, top-tier professional boxers.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be down. Let's run it. I'll be super, super down. I don't know if
Gervonta needs Jake Paul. Let's be clear, right?
Is there a height limit in boxing?
Now wait a moment. Do not misunderstand me. Jake Paul is undeniably a promotional mastermind. He understands exactly how to market a fight, and he generates massive viewership numbers. But for an athlete like Gervonta Davis, for a man who was destined to carry the entire sport of boxing on his shoulders, this matchup is fundamentally embarrassing.
Say you got your eye on Tank. What do you think about the rumors of Tank and Jake fight?
Man, Tank disrespectful to the sport if he choose that over fighting with me. I'm the best fighter in the sport. I've been telling him that. He called cap on it. So if he won't call cap and say I'm not who I say I am, come prove it.
The fans recognize the deception. It is a financial play, pure and simple. Tank realizes that Jake Paul offers a gargantuan salary and an enormous worldwide spotlight. But regarding his professional heritage, regarding genuine athletic challenge, it is completely meaningless. This is the specific type of strategy you utilize when you have concluded your athletic journey and strictly prioritize.
I want to talk about, just because I'm curious, so you see a lot of athletes announce retirement and then come back, or announce retirement and then don't retire. How realistic is this?
It's real.
Has it changed? Have you been have you had any times maybe I was tripping a bit?
Yeah, I do be having them thoughts.
Yeah.
But it's also too, I want to get myself together though.
Which is much more important.
Yeah, I really want to get myself together, not retire, but take a break, But the only thing is, well, I ain't gonna lie. I had already made a promise. To Al, we out of it type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it's I can stick around and I will help people and guide people, but as far as me competing, I don't really want to do it. It's other stuff I need to work on,
Mm-hmm.
being more there for my kids, going to school, just building myself up as a person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As a great human being. That's what I'm focusing on.
However, here is the real complication. This potentially has nothing to do with Jake Paul specifically. Long before the Roach encounter ever occurred, Tank was already contemplating hanging up his gloves. He was leaving clues everywhere, sharing ambiguous messages, and explicitly informing the public that he was uncertain about his longevity in the ring. Reflect on that momentarily. An athlete...
I ain't really trying to be in this too much longer.
That's the answer right there for you.
How old are you now? 28?
28.
Yeah. How much longer are you expecting to do it?
Once I get them guys out of there, I'm gone.
Is that right? Let's say like 30-ish, something like that? Why do you want to get out so soon?
I want to just help people that's coming behind me. I feel as though that's more important. Future.
Is that why you got Lamont Peterson and Anthony on this card?
They was before me, but they're trying to do my good deeds. I feel as though it's something that is installed in me. There's loyalty. I feel as though that's something that people are missing out here. I feel as though if you're in a position to help somebody, help them for the right reason.
Following that stalemate, the subsequent criticism, and the total indignity of appearing vulnerable before millions watching globally, walking away now seems much more imminent than anyone previously anticipated. Even his personal associates within the sport are openly criticizing him. Claressa Shields, arguably the greatest female fighter to ever live and a loyal companion of Tank, stated it clearly. He requires psychological help, not coaching, not a rematch, not an easy tune-up. Therapy. That statement alone explains everything you need to understand. Those nearest to him are observing.
With trash. What changed? What made you trash? Garbage.
If you got the opportunity to sign a prospect for GTD, who will be?
Gervonta, something should have happened during this time, because when I saw you at the Frank Martin press conference, it looked like you were like talks about retirement was not even discussed at this moment, and now it's something you keep on repeating. Is it just because obviously what you've done through boxing since you were a kid and everything? Where's Calvin Ford? Is Calvin Ford or Leonard Edelby? Usually they're around to.
You think you might be gaining love for it though? You never know. Like say you got to swap today.
Internal mental struggles, the complete lack of concentration, the rage frequently overflowing into his private life. It is all catching up to him simultaneously. And truthfully, perhaps her assessment is accurate. Perhaps Tank requires substantial time away from the squared circle, space to mend himself as a human being. Because the version of Tank Davis we are witnessing today does not look like a title holder. He looks like a man who does not even want to compete anymore. That is the most tragic part of this whole saga. Tank Davis should have been immortalized as one of the greatest lightweights in boxing history. 16. A figure who was destined.
We can debate the top fighter in the world pound for pound. We can do that. What we cannot do is debate who's the most exciting fighter, who's the biggest box office attraction in boxing. That would happen to be Gervonta Davis. We just got to accept it. I think that Frank Martin is a talented fighter. He'll make some things happen down the line in the future, but we'll never look at him the same after that destruction. Not to say that we won't respect him, but we'll never look at him the same because he got destroyed by Gervonta Davis. And that's no shame, that's no slouch, but damn, still in all, if you get destroyed, you get destroyed. Gervonta Davis is the #1 box office attraction. Who I want to see him against next is Shakur Stevenson. I don't want to see him against Devin Haney because Devin Haney has proven to me that he's not a good punch taker. I want to see Gervonta Davis in the ring with somebody perceived as having enough power to put him on the canvas too. That's what I want to see.
To conquer various weight classes, establish a flawless reputation, and lead the boxing world into a fresh era. Instead, he faces the risk of being recalled as the individual who squandered everything, the person who was unable to maintain stability outside the ring, the athlete who avoided genuine threats within it, the man who prioritized social media clout and rapid profits over etching his name into the permanent chronicles of history forever.